Welcome to Space Frontline, where history meets the stars. Today we're taking you back to a pivotal moment in space exploration, a Soviet mission from 1966 that quietly reshaped the future of the moon landings, the Luna 9. This was the first spacecraft to ever land softly on the surface of the moon and send back images to Earth. Let's dive into the story of how it happened and why it still matters today. In January 1966, the space race was in full swing. The United States and the Soviet Union were locked in a fierce competition for technological dominance beyond Earth. Luna 9 was part of the Soviet Union's larger Luna program, a series of robotic missions aimed at studying the moon without human crews. It was launched on January 31st, 1966, during a time of intense geopolitical tension and scientific ambition. Just 3 days after the launch, Luna 9 did the impossible. It made a soft landing on the moon. Right in the Oceanus Procellarum, the ocean of storms, for 3 days it sent back data operating on the lunar surface until February 6th. To get there, Luna 9 was carried by the Molniya M rocket, a workhorse of the space fleet. This rocket was a variant of the R7 family and had a proven record with satellites and interplanetary probes. Its setup included 4 strap-on boosters, 3 rocket stages, and a final stage that corrected the probe's trajectory towards the moon. Together, they had just the right amount of power and precision to get Luna 9 from Earth to its lunar destination. The Luna 9 spacecraft itself was compact and brilliantly designed. At the moment of the landing, it weighed only about 99 kilograms. Its core was a spherical capsule, just 58 centimeters wide, cushioned by 4 airbags. These allowed the craft to bounce and roll safely upon impact before coming to a rest. Once stable, it opened up like a flower, revealing its antennas and instruments, ready to explore the brand new world. What did it carry? A rotating TV camera system, radiating detectors, a cosmic ray sensor, and an equipment to measure the temperature and pressure on the moon's surface. These may sound simple by today's standards, but they delivered humanity's first direct scientific data from the moon. The mission's goals were bold and clear. First, to prove a soft landing was even possible. Second, to test whether the lunar soil could support a lander, or even one day, a human. And third, to send back images of the moon's surface. The Luna 9 nailed all three. It landed, survived the impact, and transmitted 4 stunning panoramic images to Earth. It gave humanity its first true look at the moon from ground level. On February 4th, 1966, Luna 9 beamed back the very first photographs taken directly from the moon's surface. But here's the surprising twist. The Soviet Union didn't release them right away. British scientists at the Jodrell Bank Observatory picked up the signal independently and used a fax-like system to reconstruct the images before the Soviet media could even publish them. Those photos proved something crucial. The moon's surface was solid. The long-term standing of that it was covered in dangerous dusty quicksand, gone. But wait, there is more to the Luna 9 story than just stats and photos. For one, it didn't have a computer on board. Every move it made was pre-programmed or directed via radio commands from Earth. Its landing technique, using airbags to bounce and roll before stopping, was revolutionary. NASA would later use a similar concept in missions to Mars. The transmission itself was done by a slow scan television, which is a line-by-line process. And it kept working for over 75 hours, outlasting its expected lifespan by 3 hours. In short, it was a miracle of the 1960s analog engineering. Unlike human missions, Luna 9 had no re-entry phase. It wasn't built to return to Earth. After completing its mission, it quietly shut down and remains on the moon's surface to this day, the first intact artificial object to ever rest on its surface. Luna 9 changed everything. It paved the way for future Soviet missions that would eventually return lunar samples. It also reassured American planners that soft landings were achievable, fueling momentum for the Apollo program. In fact, many of the techniques tested on the Luna 9 inspired later landers on Mars, the Moon, and beyond, including the China Chang'e mission. Though often overlooked in Western media, Luna 9 was a giant leap for robotic exploration. Luna 9 proved we could land, observe, and study another world, even without a human pilot on board. It was a feat of courage, ingenuity, and determination by the Soviet engineers during a time of intense global competition, and it opened the door to everything that followed: Apollo, Mars rovers, and today's lunar missions. So next time you look up at the moon, remember, a little probe from 1966 was the first to touch its surface and tell us what it saw. Thank you for listening to Space Frontline. Until next time, keep looking up.